So without further ado, let's go all the way to Sweden now and say hello to my old friend, Alex. Alex, long time no speak, my friend. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, Alex. Wow. I was thinking, I was like, 3-4 years, maybe even more since I last spoke to you. We used to speak all the time.
Been a long time.
Yes, yes. And so when I saw you coming back, I bothered you. I know you love doing the interviews, so I figured I'd bother you once more to talk to me. And so thank you for doing this. So let's get into it, because I was a little surprised, Alex, when I found out you're coming back at heavyweight, only because there was talks of you coming back at light heavyweight against Craig. And so I was like, okay, he's going back to 205, but now you're going to heavyweight. So why did you make this decision?
I just want to do one more fight in heavyweight, just to get a really good feeling of it. I didn't really have the time to feel it when I fought Verdum, because the fight went so fast. So I just want to get in there and fight the heavyweights. Get a couple rounds in and get a feeling of it.
Okay, so a few months ago, there was that talk of you fighting Paul Craig. That was legit, right?
It is. But then it's been. I walk around maybe 240, 245, and then also when I'm, I feel pretty strong, and when I started cutting a lot of weight, it wears on my body. It's been many miles on my body, but if I do it properly, I probably will make it, no problem. But this time I did it the wrong way a little bit, so I went down too much, and I felt my body sore, and I felt like, and I also, even if we had that fight coming up, I still felt that I wanted to do at least a couple rounds in heavyweight just to get a feeling of it,
And so, like now, the fight is what is it, in a little over 3 months? Like, what do you walk around at? Like, you say 240 or something like that?
No, 245.
Wow. Were you walking around at 245 when you were fighting at light heavyweight several years ago too?
240.
240. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we get older, right? We get older.
Vänta lite gubben. Pappa, one second, sorry.
No problem.
Jag ska bara ha en intervju gubben. En intervju. I'm back.
Yes, those are the kids. So okay.
Yes, it is. Snap time.
No, I totally understand. So you're going to stay around at heavyweight. Are you done at light heavyweight, you think? Never again?
No, I'm not saying that. It's just I want to have this fight done, and I want to fight Ben. I think it's a good matchup. He's a big, heavy guy, and I just want this fight now, and I take this fight, and we take it from there. I'm not finishing light heavyweight either. It's somewhere in between, but we're having this fight now, and then let's see what's going to happen.
After, because like I said, it's been a while. After the Anthony Smith fight, when you said that you were done fighting, ultimately, what was the reason for that? When you felt like you didn't want to do this anymore?
It was just so many. It was just a lot of. It was a lot of things going on for that fight. I know we filled an arena, the biggest arena, or the second biggest arena we have in Sweden, 4:00 in the night, and it was just a lot of pressure, I think, and that it was a fight I felt good coming into, and I got caught, so it was just a lot of emotions.
And ultimately, when you came back, which was the Verdum fight, what was it about the sport or just being away that made you say, like, okay, I want to, like, how did you go from I'm done to coming back? What changed? What led to you changing?
No, at the end of the day, I give it a couple of weeks, and I just need to get back to the gym. This is what I do, and it's nothing you can just stop from one night to another, And I'm a very emotionally person, and I felt that right away after a fight, and I still feel it. When I lost to Verdum, I just fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore. But then I give it a couple of weeks, and I'm back at the gym. So this is what I do,
Mm-hmm. So even in your mind after the Verdum fight, you were like, I'm done?
I just felt I was, I just get so pissed. And I just say everything to my team, and like, it's a nothing, it was a fight that finished early, and I didn't have a chance to throw maybe I throw 1-2 punches, and I just like, what just happened? He just, he did a good thing. He did the right thing. Verdum, take me down and go for the submission, and he did it good. But I want to have a good fight. I want to have a good fight. I want to throw some combinations and get into it a little bit more. And after that, I just felt very. Of course, you get disappointed for every fight, basically. So
sure.
But it's all about winning from now on and forward. I just need to get those W's. That's all it is, nothing else. And I'm 35 years old, and I got a lot of miles on my body, but I still feel good. I feel fresh. I'm doing good at the gym. I'm injured free and totally free of injuries. I feel, I feel good. I felt like that I'm having a good schedule I can follow, and I'm still developing my game, and I'm still working on my stuff, and pretty much generally I feel good.
I was just about to ask how your body's feeling after all these fights, but it sounds like you're in a good spot. So that is very good. One thing I wanted to ask you about as well was those 2 fights that you had in the middle of the night in Sweden. Do you regret agreeing to that? Like, is that just weird to fight in the middle of the night for you? Because you had the Rumble fight, you had the Anthony Smith fight. Do you feel like
no? It was good matchups, and we were, I felt good. Coming into that fight, so I don't regret any of that. It wasn't just my night, and it's pretty tough to fight at home, but at the same time, I love it. I love the crowd. Win or lose, you go in there and you battle, and you have your home crowd behind you, and they support me in wins and in losses. So I don't regret it at all.
I still think you got screwed with the Jon Jones rematch. Do you regret that one? Do you think about that one a lot?
No, not so much actually. It's
really?
A fight is a fight. You come down to it. A fight is a fight, even if it was in Vegas, LA. It doesn't.
But they changed the whole location. Fight week. I mean, that's crazy. This in retrospect.
They did. Yeah, they did. They did. But I was in Vegas. I was there, and I was ready. It would be a different thing if they put the fight in. I don't know. But it was still in, on the right coast of America, so it was all good.
All right. Well, you're a bigger man than I am. They did induct the first fight that you had with Jon into the Hall of Fame back in the fall. Did. Congratulations! I think it's the greatest fight in UFC history. To be honest with you,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You weren't there. Was it because of COVID that you didn't come over, or was there a different reason?
Yeah, it was the COVID thing. It's I need to apply for visa and stuff like that. It's just a pretty big thing for me to just get clearance to come over.
Okay.
So we didn't have the time for it.
What did that mean anything to you? I mean, like, how did you feel when you found out they were going to?
Of course. It did. It was a milestone in my career, and I will always. Wherever I go, I will have that fight with me. And I went from basically, even if I lost that fight, I went from basically a fighter no one really actually didn't know anything about to become a pretty big name in the sport. So a lot of things happened for me that night that I'm very grateful for, And so that fight means a lot. To get there with Jon with the big guys, it's a big honor for me.
When's the last time you watched that fight? Have you watched it recently?
No, it was a while ago.
Okay,
pretty while ago. I've seen it so many times. So
I bet
it's I know every round of it. So
as someone asked me last week on the show, was there ever a time when you spoke to someone before a fight and they had a confidence and everyone around you was kind of saying like, oh, this guy is speaking so confidently, but no one thinks he's actually going to win. And then he went on to shock everyone. And I said you that week in Toronto, I remember talking to you that week in Toronto, and you were so confident and everyone was dismissing you like you were just like a tune-up fight for Jon. And then while watching the fight, we're like, holy crap, this guy knew something that we didn't. So I know you didn't ultimately win the fight, but it's like the closest thing to a victory. I feel like even when you look back on the fight, you look back with fondness, right? Because of the fact that you shocked so many people.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing night, and I'll never forget it. The feeling, the emotions you had after that fight, and yeah, it was just it was a big thing for me.
Any truth to the rumor that you're moving up to heavyweight so that you could fight Jon at heavyweight?
I don't even know if he's fighting again. Is he?
I don't know either. I don't think anyone knows, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of tweeting, but we don't know about the fighting. You think he fights at heavyweight?
I think he's going to fight. I think he's going to come back and fight at heavyweight. It seems like he's working out and he's doing his, his strength and he lifting some weights and stuff. And, he looks heavy to me. Yes. So I think he'll probably come back in heavyweight.
You think he has success at heavyweight?
Hard to say. It's a different breed of fighters. They are heavier. They punch harder. It's hard to say, man. It's a bit different kind of animals to deal with.
Right.
They're heavier.
Do you have any kind of relationship with him?
To Jon?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know if you guys DM.
Just sharing a fight.
No. Oh, 2 fights.
No, not really. No.
Okay.
We just had 2 fights. That's it.
All right. Yeah, I know there's a bond that is created, Hall of Fame. I didn't know if you guys were secretly friends behind the scenes or anything like that.
Yeah, no. No. I'll probably say hi to him if I see him, but that's it.
Yeah. You opened a gym recently in Spain.
We're working on it right now, yeah. And we just at the end of we're gonna open it any time now. So it's been a lot of things to do here on the side, not just the fighting part, but we have a lot of things going on, and we got that gym in Spain, and it looks amazing. It's a big place. And I believe it's going to be a pretty big thing.
Why Spain?
Why Spain? I think it's just happened. We got some really good contacts there. We got this opportunity on this big building we're working on now, and it's a pretty good place to be in Europe. It's very. It's in a good spot. It's in Spain. It's not far from anything or anything. It's easy for other guys from different countries to come in and to train. We got basically everything down there. You got the sun, you got the beach, you got on the winter time it's just really summer. On the summertime there it's pretty hot, and it's an amazing place. Close to the beach. And for me to go from door to door, it's about 5 hours to go.
Okay.
So it's not far at all.
And will this be an All-Stars gym there or your own gym?
All-Stars.
Okay.
We're going All-Stars.
Okay.
Yeah. But All-Stars is my gym. So.
I know. I mean, are you the sole owner of All-Stars?
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Has that always been the case?
Pretty much, yeah. It's me and it's my coach, Andreas Michael.
Yes.
We're doing it together, and also my one of my best friends and my colleague and my partner in crime, Maiji.
Yes.
No, Maiji, yeah.
Of course.
So we're 3. We're doing everything. We're doing everything together. So
okay.
From the start,
I knew that obviously it was your gym, your home. I didn't know that you actually were one of the owners of it. So my apologies.
Yeah, I am.
And you guys are killing it lately. Of course, I'm sure everyone loves to talk to you about Khamzat. Could I ask you, when's the first time you met him? When was that?
I don't really remember, what exactly, when and where. And he just popped up to the gym, and he did his thing there. And we all were like,
were you like, holy crap? Who is this guy?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. He's a welterweight kind of guy, but he's like a heavyweight, strong as a heavyweight, fast like a lightweight.
Crazy. How many years ago was that?
Great. I mean, the years just flying by, but a couple of years. I saw a picture not long ago of us two, and we were pretty young, both of us. So
right.
A couple of years at least.
And did you realize right away this guy was like you knew from the first time you were in there with him that this guy has something special?
Yeah, I did, and I felt like he was missing a lot of tools. He always been a great wrestler, good freestyle wrestler, very strong, fast, and very flexible. It makes him really good as a wrestler, and but that was basically it in the beginning, and then he just everything just went very fast, and he just developed like his striking game, his grappling game, and he works harder than I ever worked. I think right now he's doing 5 sessions a day at least.
5?
Yeah, at
Holy
least.
Smokes!
I'm telling you, this guy doesn't have anything else than the gym.
Wow.
and fighting. That's what he eats, sleeps, and doing all day long. It's great. In my prime.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to say that, in my prime, when I fought Jon and those guys back in the days, I did 3 sessions a day. I did 3, and I sparred I did 20 rounds every sparring. My condition was crazy, but this guy, he outworks me.
Wow.
Crazy.
5.
He doesn't get tired.
And so now that you're a heavyweight, he's a welterweight. Obviously, he fights at middleweight too. Do you spar with him?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I better keep my hands up.
Really?
I'm not kidding. He hits hard. He has this thing that he's fast and he very good precision, very good. So he doesn't need a lot of power to just knocks people up because his precision is very. He knows what he's aiming at and hits every time.
Mm.
So you have to be. I play spar with a lot of guys who just laughing and joking around and having a good time. But this guy, when he comes to spar, it comes to spar. It doesn't matter if it's me or if it's another guy. He just goes. So
during that period where he was maybe considering leaving the sport, he was frustrated, he wasn't feeling well. Did you help him? Did you guide him? You know how difficult mentally this sport can be. And obviously he was dealing with something specific. He was not feeling well, but I was wondering if you were kind of like a mentor to him and trying to tell him to take his time because he has so much potential, right? I mean, everyone thinks he's going to become a champion someday. Were you helping him during that difficult period?
I think we all did our parts, in the gym, in the team. We're like a family. As soon as if I gotta, I still have some issues sometimes, and I got the team coming up, and also Khamzat is we're there for each other. So we all did our part to help him out, and he's a guy with a lot of emotions and a lot of like feelings and stuff. He's a pretty sensitive guy, and so you have to we all are different species, So we help each other out in different ways as much as we can,
Khamzat a sensitive guy? I didn't think he was a sensitive guy.
He is.
He's like a killer out there. No emotion.
Not when he sports and when he fights, but outside of the field, he's a very a good guy, a genuine guy. Takes care of the guys at the gym. He's been living at the gym. And make sure everyone has a good stay in there, and he's a good guy.
Does he ask you for a lot? Like now with the path that he's on, it seems like maybe he's fighting Gilbert next, and after that, you're probably fighting for the belt. Like, are you helping in his growth as a fighter since you've been there, done that? You're the leader of the team. You're the veteran. I'm wondering like how much investment you are putting in his career.
Well, I help him if he needs my, I see stuff. I see some stuff. I try to give some input in, but I'm not trying to interfere too much either because he wants to do his, I'm not his coach. I mean, right. I'm his training partner, his friend, mm-hmm. And I make sure that, the coaches there, I know, and I'm 100% confident that they do what needs to be done when it comes to his training. I'm just trying to be there as some support when it comes to sometimes it's just like crazy shit going on inside of you, feelings, thoughts, big fights coming up, big crowds, big arenas. So I just try to be there as a friend. If he needs my help, I'm always there whenever he needs it.
How many more years do you want to fight for, Alex?
A couple more.
Couple more, yeah. And then when you're done,
what my body allows it.
What do you think you'll do when you're actually really done?
Probably out in the wilderness hunting with my dogs and take my family out and living on the land. I don't know.
That's where you're truly the happiest.
Something peaceful, you know. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%.
Outside,
on the countryside. That's
right.
what I love to be.
And if there's a new, there's so many new fans that I feel like every year the sport keeps growing. Like you versus Jon, the first one, 2013, I feel like it was 100 years ago. I can't imagine how you feel about it. If someone wanted to, like prime Alex, your favorite fight, your favorite moment, what would you say it is? If a new fan wanted to go back and see you at your best, the fight, the moment that means the most to you, that you look back with the most fondness. At least for now. There's many great moments to come, but at least for now, what do you think?
For now, I will say the first of all must be my debut when I knocked Jared Hammond out in was it in Manchester? Yeah, and that was it was my first fight in the UFC. I knocked him out in, I think it was 50 seconds or something. It's a really good moment in my career, and also when I fought the first time in Sweden at the Globe. I fought Thiago. Not what's it called now? Thiago Silva.
Silva, yeah, in the main event.
Yeah. Of course, Jon Jones and Glover Teixeira also in my hometown.
That was amazing. I honestly thought after the Glover fight, I thought Glover was done after that fight. Like the beating that he took against you was so bad. Does it blow your mind that he's champion now?
It's amazing to see.
Yeah.
He's a tough dude, man. He's a really tough dude.
Did it give you inspiration when you saw that?
It's very impressive. I saw the fight. It's very impressive. It's just like, he's a beast. He's a beast. And, it's not only me, he got a pretty tough beating against Jon too.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of guys, and he just comes back. Like he just goes one direction. He doesn't care. And it's impressive to see. And now he has the belt, so all respect to him.
I'm sure that kind of gave you a little bit of a push, right? It's some inspiration. This guy could come back, win the title.
He is an inspiration, yeah, of course. How old is he? 40, 41?
40, 41, I think, off the top of my head.
It's amazing to see. And it's a lot of inspiration for me to see, and to see him succeed like that. And it's crazy. It's amazing to see.
I was wrong, by the way. 42. He's 42, so he's even older.
He's 42.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. So, okay, last thing. So for you, you say a couple more years. You are going to return May 21st against Ben Rothwell. Big boy Ben Rothwell. Wow, what a size difference there.
Yeah.
That is a large man, but I like the matchup.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, but your days of fighting at 205 aren't over. To let everyone know, we're not done.
Aren't over yet. It's just this fight in heavyweight now, and we take it from there. I got all my eyes are on Ben right now. My focus is on Ben. I know he's a pioneer of the sport. He has like 50 fights, and it's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait to step in there again. And it's been too long now, and just to perform and get those W's, get those wins back, and take it from there. And let's see if it goes light or we go heavy. Let's see what happens.
And is it Apex, this one?
Don't know. I know it's in Vegas, but I don't know where.
That's a small cage for two big guys.
It is.
But
I always want to be on top of me, but I'm not going to allow it though.
Okay. Well, great to catch up with you, Alex. I really appreciate the time. Like I said, I know you don't love these interviews, but anytime we get to talk to you, it's always nice. It reminds me of the good old days. And I love
talking to you, Ariel.
I appreciate that. And I'm happy that you're back and feeling good. And I wish you the best May 21st against Ben Rothwell. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you, my friend.
All right. All the best. There he is, Alexander Gustafsson, the Mauler, who is returning May 21st at heavyweight